Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MATCH's Airlines. Today's flight is heading to Tunisia. In this video, you are going to learn about the background of Tunisia. Tunisia, also known as the Republic of Tunisia, is the northernmost country in Africa. A part of Maghreb region in North Africa and bordered by Algeria to the west and southwest, Libya to the southeast, and the Mediterranean Sea to the north and east. Its strategic location makes the country becomes accessible from the coastline, and the Sahara has brought its people into contact with the inhabitants of the African interior. This is the timeline history of Tunisia. Around 1200 BC, the Phoenicians reached North Africa. They built Carthage in Tunisia around 810 BC. During the Punic and the Roman eras, Tunisia was the main region for the Phoenicians' colonization in the region that Amazigh populated. After the Umayyad state's demise, Ibrahim ibn al-Aghlab, one of the local leaders, led an army that enabled him to sustain stability in Ifriqiya. Afterward, he was granted the title, Amir, and ruled, he and then his dynasty, Ifriqiya between 800 and 909. Before Islam reached Tunisia, the Byzantines ruled in Tunisia for 150 years after defeating the Vandals in 533. The Hafsid state reached its prime when al-Mustansir ben Abu Zakaria became the Muslim caliph officially between 1258 and 1261 after Baghdad's fall. In 973, the fourth Fatimid Caliph, al-Mu'izz din Allah, moved from Tunisia to Egypt. This was at first under the protection of the Shia Fatimid Caliph, then as an independent state since 1048. By 1574, the Ottoman invasion ended the Hafsid dynasty's rule in Tunisia. The Ottoman Pasha became the ruler of Ifriqiya. Over a century, Tunisia's rule transitioned from the Ottoman Pasha to the Deys, military leaders, the Muradid Beys, and then to the Hassanid Beys. After the end of World War II, demands calling for independence have grown. Europeans supported Neo-Destor's party leader Bourguiba, who wanted Tunisia to adopt a Western lifestyle with the independence drawing near. Between 1881 and 1956, Tunisia was under the French protectorate. After independence from France, the first Tunisian president Habib Bourguiba launched a series of reforms that included establishing an advanced education system and enacting relative gender equality legislation. To bring Tunisia closer to the Western world, Bourguiba tried to repeal all that he deemed related to religious conservatism. The Tunisian, Mohamed Bouazizi, did not know that protesting against his economic difficulties would overthrow the regime in his country. Consequently, this act launched the Arab Spring uprisings in the Middle East and North Africa. What started as poor Tunisian protests quickly touched all the social groups and pushed them to go out to the streets. When President Zine El Abidine Ben Ali's attempts did not succeed in containing these protests, the regime was forced to step down. Ben Ali escaped to Saudi Arabia on the 14th of January 2011. After the Tunisian Revolution's success, Tunisia was able to live a democratic transition of power through 3 presidential elections. Moving on to the demography, Tunisia is populated with almost 12 million people, to be exact, 11,818,619 people by 2020. As for the gender percentage, is it almost equal with 49.6% male and 50.4% female. Almost the entire population is Muslim, and Islam, in its Maliki Sunni form, is the state religion. Christian and Jewish are the minorities here. There are 2 mazhab in Tunisia, which are Mazhab Maliki, it is the most practiced mazhab in Tunisia, and the second one is Mazhab Hanafi. It is officially adapted during Turkish Uthmaniyya Empire conquered Tunisia but still cannot replace the Maliki system. And this is the ethnic composition. The initial population were Arab Berber. Due to the various waves of immigration happening in Tunisia throughout the years, it created a unique ethnic diversity among the people of Tunisia. Majority is Tunisian Arab with 67.2%, following with Bedouin Arab with 26.6%, Algerian Arab with 2.4%, Amazigh, Berber, 1.4% and others with 2.4%. As for the language, the official language in Tunisia is Modern Standard Arabic. It is used in formal writing and speech, for their national language as Tunisian Darija or Tunisian Arabic. It is a native language of Tunisian and influences by French, Spanish, Arabic, Turkish and Italian languages. As for minority language as Berber language, it is spoken by less 1% of the Tunisian population and concentrated in semi-Berber villages in south of Tunisia. And lastly the foreign languages which are French, English and Italian. French language is used in education systems, business community and administrative operations. Tunisia's economic growth historically has depended on oil, phosphates, agriculture, car part manufacturing and tourism. And finally, their tradition that they encounter in their daily life are the art and pattern, which is clothing, mural and crochet. Other than that is etiquette, which is meeting etiquette, table manners and business negotiations. Festival and dance also is part of their tradition and some of the example are International Festival of Sahara, Festival of Kasor and Carthage Film Festival. Thank you for choosing MATCHs for your travels.